going to select all of that line work. I can do that with Control A as well. And I'm going to export it to my desktop. As an Adobe Illustrator file, an AI file. It'll give me a couple of options here. The default tends to be this. We don't want snapshot. We want to preserve model scale. You want to make sure that 1 millimeter equals 1 millimeter. RGB, because we're in a Windows environment. Leave these other options blank and hit OK. And that's gone. Now we're going to need to go to the desktop and open this file. Now, Illustrator's on all of the files, all the computers at school, so you would just double click and it will open automatically. Of course, if you have Illustrator on your own computer, you can do that, or you can open Illustrator first. And open the file from inside of Illustrator. Either way is fine. And you'll get something like this. It always throws the Rhino line work down into the lower left-hand corner. I'm going to Control A to select all again. I'm going to Control G to group. I could also get group from the object menu right here. Grouping works just like it does in Rhino. It means that I can now click anywhere in my image there in my file, and it'll all move together as one. The whole reason that we're bringing this into Illustrator is to give us control over the weight of the stroke. When you come in from Rhino, Rhino exports the file with a 1-point thickness stroke, which is unusable. It's way too heavy. We're going to drop this to 0.35 or 0.33, I should say. Hit enter. You can see those lines are much more acceptable. Leave it selected. Don't click in the background. Just leave it selected as it is. And go to File, Export. Going to export it back to our desktop, but not as a DWG file. We do not want that. We want JPEG, which is right here. Export. Now you want the highest resolution and whatnot possible. The default that you'll have when you open the file will be this. This is average size file, screen resolution, and a hinted anti-aliasing. Anti-aliasing is what dictates how smooth and unpixelated your line is in the paint program. This is because Illustrator has come to set its defaults to suit web graphics. We're not doing web graphics. We want top quality publishing graphics, so we're going to take this all the way to the larger file 10. We're going to set it all the way to 300 ppi. We're going to set the anti-aliasing all the way up. Art optimized super sampling. Then we'll hit OK. If you use a program other than Illustrator to do this, for example, you could use Macromedia Freehand. You could use CorelDRAW. There are other vector-based graphics programs that will do the same thing. Or if you have an old copy of Illustrator where things don't look quite the same, it's the same principle. Make sure you set the stroke weight down and make sure you export at the highest quality JPEG image you can. Okay? So now I'm going to go into Painter. Rearrange my palettes a little bit. I move between work and home, and between this monitor and I have a Cintiq tablet here at home. So everything has a different shape, so every time I open Painter I have to sort things out a little. Going to go to my desktop, find my JPEG image, template JPEG and bring it in. Okay.